Right, Steve, after a very efficient and enjoyable win against Bristol City, the Rams head for what looks a very difficult game away to an in-form Ipswich Town. Is there a certain type of Mick McCarthy team? Does that pose Derby specific problems that they may well have not seen against other sides?
I think I think Mick McCarthy. I mean, I think we've got to give Mick McCarthy credit for. He kind of produces really strong competitive teams. In the Championship, his record is excellent. So Derby know they're in for a very, very tough game. There are different ways of playing the game, and there's no right or wrong to this. The idea is to play the game, be competitive, and win games. And Mick McCarthy's done enough of that in his time. So I say Derby have got a tough task. They've lost, I think, only one of the last 9 Ipswich, although a number of their wins recently have been against teams who are struggling near the bottom. But Derby shouldn't really fear anyone at the moment. They're playing well, they're confident, they're winning games, and one defeat in 15 suggests to me that they're able to cope with any style that's thrown at them.
Yeah, okay. Paul Clement was surprised us. He was bold with his selection against Bristol City. It worked. Do you anticipate any surprises with the selection this time?
Well, I mean, I must admit it was a surprise. When the team sheet came out in the press room on Tuesday night, none of us could have predicted the team he selected, or indeed the system. Changed the system to a 4-2-3-1, and as I say, he left out Chris Martin and George Thorne, key players in Derby's team. But it worked. They won the game 4-0, biggest win of the season. Will he change back? I've got a feeling he will. The 4-3-3 has brought an awful lot of points this season. Chris Martin is top scorer. George Thorne is recognised as the best controlling, holding midfielder at the club. Away game at Portman Road, as I said earlier, tough game. I would expect him to make changes. I would be surprised if Chris Martin and George Thorne didn't start. Change of system. The 4-2-3-1 suited Tom Ince against Bristol City. Will we see Tom move back to the right-hand side in the 4-3-3? That'll be the interesting selection.
Okay. Obviously, some of his selections might be influenced by injuries. Have you an update on that? Scott Carson, Jeff Hendrick?
Yeah, Scott Carson, first of all. Scott won't be playing again. I think this will be the 4th game he's missed. He's got a back problem. Anyone who's had a back problem will know that it can take time. One day you might feel good, the next day you might feel not so good. I wouldn't like to be a goalkeeper with a back problem, because I imagine it would be pretty painful. And I think we're just going to have to be patient with that one. Lee Grant will continue in goal. Jeff Hendrick started against Bristol City, did well in midfield, offers them something slightly different in midfield. He's good energy, gets forward, tries to get in and around Chris Martin when he plays. He's got an ankle problem. He's having treatment at the moment. Derby are confident he'll be okay, but won't really know exactly until he rejoins training on Friday.
Okay, any others?
No, at the moment that's all. Craig Bryson's still not ready. He's just taken a step back from full training because of his knee problem, but the rest should be fine.
Okay, Steve, thanks. Safe journey to Ipswich.